What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 4 of the X Report. Crazy how we're already on episode 4, and since I do episodes weekly, that means it's already been a month since I started. Doesn't even feel that long. But of course, I just wanted to thank everybody for continuing to watch, continuing to listen, continuing to support the podcast. It means a lot to me, and I'm just really glad that this is a hobby that I can keep going and keep growing. Uh, I didn't want it to be a 1 week thing where I started it and gave up after a while or got busy and didn't want to do it anymore. So, yeah, I'm glad to get to the month milestone and just excited to see how many more months I can get of this and how many more people I can get to listen, watch, and follow. So, for my topic today, it's going to be about meditation. Now, you may be asking, why meditation? So, like the last episode was about relationships. That's something that you can influence, but also it requires a second person. It requires another person to influence it as well. So for this week, I thought I would go back to something that you can do on your own just to help better yourself. It can be done almost anywhere. And it's something I've been trying out myself. So I wanted to just speak and give my thoughts on it because it's really changed a lot since I started, and I'll be talking more about that. So, personally, I had always heard about meditation just, through the grapevine, social media. I had always heard all the hype about it, about how good it was. But I guess I never truly believed it. I thought it was just like, yeah, sure, meditation is good and all, but I didn't think it was as good as people were saying. I thought it was something people just said to do to try to seem more spiritual, try to seem more woke or something like that. So, but that just by hearing about it all this time, I started to have more wonders about it. Like, what can it really do? What benefits does it actually have? So, lately, I had subscribed to the mantra of find a way to better yourself a little bit each day. And one of the ways that I thought I could do that was, so I heard all the talk about meditation and everything. I'm like, okay, I can find a few minutes out of my day to start this meditation thing and see like there's really no harm done. If it doesn't work, okay. If it does work, then I found something new that I can help to better myself each day because I can make it a daily thing. So yeah, I figured also if it had been spoken about so highly, like for sure, it definitely couldn't hurt to see how it worked because I haven't heard any bad things about it, anything negative. I really only heard only positives, even if I was thinking that those positives were a little bit overstated. So it was almost just to go back to the taking chances thing. It was almost a high reward, no risk type of thing. So of course I wanted to try it out. And last week, actually, is when I first started. I decided I wanted to start off small. I was like, let me just try a little 5 minute session, and I'll see how that goes. So I went out in the backyard because I figured if I'm gonna do meditation, I'm gonna do it outside. I feel like being outside will help with it. So I went out in the backyard, sat down. I basically just set a 5 minute timer on my phone and just concentrated on closing my eyes and breathing in and out. Just concentrate on each breath. And it's going to sound cliche, but those 5 minutes that I did that meditation, I feel like those were some of the 5 most peaceful minutes I've had in my life so far. Like I said, I know it sounds cliche, but it really did feel peaceful just to concentrate on breathing, closing your eyes. And when I opened my eyes after that 5 minute, after the timer went off and those 5 minutes were up, it felt almost like I was waking up from a dream. It felt like my soul had sort of levitated above my body and left it, and opening my eyes brought it back in. And my mind was clear after opening my eyes. It felt like all the earthly worries that I had been worrying about, like, because everyone has things they worry about and stuff like that. But for those 5 minutes when I was concentrating just on breathing in and out, focusing on the breath, closing my eyes, and trying to clear my mind of all thoughts, yeah, that was just, if, like I said, it felt like I was waking up from a dream almost, like just coming back. It was like I came back to reality after the 5 minutes were up. I just remember, like, I went back inside after those 5 minutes. I immediately told my parents, I was like, meditation, the hype around meditation is real. If I can feel that from like the first session, just the first 5 minutes, I can only imagine what the benefits could be after doing it for a long time and maybe actually adding on minutes like 10, 15, 20. Because I've heard of people doing long meditation sessions. And I figure like if they can do that, just if I can feel that way with just these 5 minutes, who knows what they're feeling after those 30-minute, 45-minute, hour-long meditation sessions. And I've also been trying to just in my daily life or whatever, I've been trying to do a little more reading of philosophy because I think that's a good way to balance yourself out and well around yourself. And just with a little bit of philosophy reading that I do, I've come to the conclusion that if you're able to gain some inner peace on yourself and basically if you're able to get yourself and your internal stuff together first, the external stuff seems to fall into place after that. And even in my own life, like these past couple weeks, as I've been trying to concentrate on fixing my internal things and bettering myself internally, I've been seeing that the external stuff is getting better and better. There's been opportunities that have been opened up to me that I've been waiting for a long time. Just things like that. And I guess I would kind of attribute those external successes to bettering myself on the inside and just trying to gain some of that inner peace. So, because of course, those external things also take external action, but I do want to give a little bit of credit to the internal actions and inner peace that I've been trying to gain since then. And I just want to definitely, to anyone who listens or watches my podcast, I would definitely highly recommend meditation to anybody. Like even just 5 minutes of the day is enough to have a session. Like I'm sure anyone can find 5 minutes of their day that they can set aside for a meditation session. And then you can make your own judgment on your own decision on just how beneficial it is to you and your situations. For me, just like I said, after that first 5 minutes, I was like, this is something I'm definitely going to keep doing. I've done it every day since then. I want to say, it was last Wednesday I started, and I'm recording this episode Wednesday now. Y'all will see it Friday. I'm recording it Wednesday, and it's been a full week, and I've done the meditation every day, and I feel like I'm getting better at it every day. Like, I was thinking about actually maybe trying to move it up to 10 minutes a session, but just after I did some thinking about it, I'm going to stick with 5, just because I feel like I want to master the 5-minute session before I move up to 10. Because sometimes I still let unwanted thoughts get into my mind when I'm meant to have it clear and just focus on the breaths. Sometimes I let external things, like if it itch or something like that gets me, sometimes I'll let that affect it. And I just want to get to the point where I can go 5 minutes just straight, clear mind, breathing, close eyes. Once I get the 5 minutes down, then I'll try to move up. But yeah, I want to try to perfect the 5-minute session before then. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing a 5-minute session and just seeing how it goes and seeing how it fits into your life. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But if it is, then you found a new routine that can help you probably gain some of that inner peace. And something that I think is really important just for anybody, just to get through life, just to help better it and help these external factors sort of fall into place, because there's only so much control you can have over the external part of your life, but the inner part is something that you can have full control over. And I think meditation is a way to gain more control over that part. So, yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I just started my new job this week, so I haven't had as much free time to write about the episode, to write my notes on the podcast. But yeah, probably can't do a 25-minute episode every week. They'll vary in time just depending on what I want to talk about, how much time I have for the week. But I definitely wanted to speak on meditation this week, just because it's something that I've been trying out the last 7 days, basically. And it was forefront in my mind as a topic I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, just as I said, I make a new episode every Friday. They come out on SoundCloud. If you're on SoundCloud and you listen, follow me on there. They put them on YouTube for the video. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment. All those things help with growing the channel and growing my reach and platform. But like I said, it's not really about growing the reach in the platform. It's just about me having a space to speak my thoughts on. And to anyone who wants to listen, I'm glad to have them just listen to what I have to say. And also, like I say every episode, if you have any suggestions, you can drop them in the comments here on YouTube. You can drop them in the comments on SoundCloud. I read them all. I have my socials in the description, so if you want to leave me a comment there, feel free. I read everything, and I like to use the suggestions. My last episode about relationships was a suggestion topic, and I love to use suggestions because it means I just love to have folks listen and give me feedback. That's the way I feel will best help the podcast grow and evolve as time goes on. So, yeah, thanks for watching this episode. It'll be out Friday, and I'll be back next Friday with another episode of X Report. Thank you.